One simple thing that can be done to make a page more accessible is to use header tags correctly. Because screen readers only read one word at a time, it's really difficult to get a quick overview of the content of the page. You can greatly help with this by using well-thought-out headers that have been appropriately marked. Headers allow users to orient themselves to and be informed about the organization and structure of a page. One rule of thumb to follow as a web author is to make sure your headers make sense when read out of context. Let me load a page and show you what I mean. I want to purchase a book called A Painted House from an online bookstore. Again, because we didn't want to pick on actual inaccessible sites, we created a fictitious page. If the headers are marked, I can bring up a list of headers which I can peruse to get an idea of the major sections of the page. You can see them because they visually stand out on the page. So let's see how many headers are on this page.
No headings found in document.
Okay, that's not very helpful. I can see that it'll take me a very long time to find this book. For you, it will be much easier because the page is visually broken into several sections and headers are defined by characteristics like font size, bold text, and white space around various sections of the page. But imagine a web page without these characteristics. All you would normally have to do is to quickly glance down the page and find the fiction section. But header tags aren't being used on this page. As a result, my screen reader can't find them. And now that we've visually taken them away, neither can you. If my screen reader can't find headers on the page, there are only two ways I can get an overview of the information. I can read every word on the page.
Eclipse Books Top Sellers. Eclipse Books Link Help. Link Order. Link Search. Link Contact. Quick Links. Link Community Info. Link What's New. Link Readers Picks. Link Award Winners. Link Library Cards. Top Sellers List. Each week we poll our readers about their favorites and publish the top 6 selections in various categories. See what our readers had to say this week.
This could take a very long time, and I still haven't found the book I want. The other thing I could do is to tab to all the links on the page.
Tab Help Link. Tab Order Link. Tab Search Link. Tab Contact Link. Tab Community Info Link. Tab What's New Link. Tab Readers Picks Link. Tab Award Winners Link. Tab Library Cards Link. Tab M.R. Brown Can You Link. Tab.
As you can see, this is not a very satisfactory way to do it, because I'm not really getting a very clear idea about the page layout. It's actually a very problematic way to go about looking at the page, because if I'm simply tabbing to links, I can cross into the links associated with the next header without knowing it. This can get really confusing, and I still haven't found my book. If this page had used the correct markup for headers, I would not have had the tab at all. I could have simply gone to the fiction header and easily found my book. So let's load a version of the same page that's been marked up correctly. Notice that the visual effect has been maintained. I'll bring up the header list.
Top Sellers List 1.
2 of 8.
Children's 2.
3 of 8.
Nonfiction 2.
4 of 8.
Parenting 2.
5 of 8.
Fiction 2.
6 of 8.
Ah, there's the fiction section. I know my book is in this section, so I'll press Enter on the header and the screen reader will skip directly to it. I can then arrow down to the book titles under this heading.
Link A Painted House.
And there's the book I want. I can actually get there more quickly. While the header list is on the screen, I can press the first letter of the header I want, and I'll be taken directly to that header.
F. Fiction 2.
6 of 8.
What's also nice is that the screen reader will announce each header as I arrow across it.
Heading Level 1. Top Sellers List. Blank. Each week we poll our readers about their favorites and publish the top 6 selections in various categories. See what our readers had to say this week. Blank. Heading Level 2. Children's.
Hearing the announcement of each header as I'm reading the other information on the page really helps me understand how all the information is laid out. Another nice thing about navigating the headers on the page is that the screen reader user can go directly to the first header and thus skip all the unwanted information, which may not need to be read at all. In the past, I've had to wade through a lot of navigation and advertising information in order to get to the meat of the page. Even on this page, there's information at the top that I really don't want to take the time to read. This is especially true when I've become familiar with the site. But if the page has headers, I can skip directly to them by doing one of two things. I can press a keystroke to go to the first header on the page,
Top sellers list level 1.
or, as I demonstrated earlier, I can bring up the header list and select any header I want. This is a real time saver for me and other screen reader users. In summary, a well-organized page that uses header tags and other website guidelines supported by the W3C benefits screen reader users as well as people who use alternative browsing devices such as cell phones, Palm Pilots, and text-only browsers. In other words, everyone will have a more positive experience when they visit your pages. The nice thing is, you don't have to make your site unattractive in order to give everyone that kind of quality experience. Thank you for taking the time to learn about web accessibility. Happy web developing.